Hi everyone, Ray from Pro String. We're still going. Yep, we're still going. Whose string is that? Whose racket is that? Jesus, it's getting a bit messy in here. Sorry guys, 1 second. Just gonna sort myself out a little bit. So, tennis racket, as you can see, it's a cheaper quality racket. It is the Babolat Evo Drive, I believe it's called. Evo Drive Lite, even. Seems like drive is spelt on here, but yeah, okay, fine. Babolat Evo Drive Lite. 16 by 17, interestingly enough. So 16 by 17 stringing pattern. I'm pretty sure of that. There you go. 16 by 17. Client has requested 55 pounds of tension. So this is a very open pattern. Lots of spin and power because it's got a few less crosses. Therefore, a very open pattern. Grips the ball with lots of spin and creates even more power than your 16-19, let's say. So this is like a cheap version of the Pure Drive, in my opinion, just lighter as well. And obviously different stringing pattern. So it's very different, but they've tried, you can see by the paint job, it's a little bit of a copy-ish, but cheaper, much cheaper version. Now, 16, as always guys, we've got over 2 mains. You have to start from the top, come back down, loop around and back up, pull some string out as I've done. And now we've got to count 7 more. 7 plus 1 is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 to each side. 8 plus 8, 16. Leave yourself a nice few inches here extra, just to make sure you can reach the tension head. Depending on which stringing machine you're using, it will vary. So just watch out with that. Hopefully you know your machine, and if not, then it will definitely be trial and error. I just called this client up because the last time he's a loyal client of ours, but I hadn't seen him in a very long time. Since June, I brought up the invoice. I keep a very extensive invoice system, normally unless they pay cash. And I just said, hey, how's it going? Blah, blah. I see that you haven't broke strings since last June. Do you want to go for a hybrid maybe? Or I was going to even offer a full set of multi-filament, but he kind of interrupted me quick enough. He's like, no, actually, by the way, I broke the strings in October, but I broke my arm after. He said he hit a massive forehand. No, joking. He broke his arm. He broke his arm at a party. Classic. Probably hammered, fell over, pop. One of those awkward moments in your life. I mean, that's what I'm guessing. Now that I've said that, he's probably sober. God knows, at a 5-year-old's birthday party, his niece's birthday party. Now I don't know. My guess is he was drunk as a skunk and fell over. I did make the joke saying, "Oh, was it a massive forehand?" Guys, as you can see, I'm compensating to each side. 3 and 3, as you may have noticed. And if you haven't, 1, 2, 3. I did 3 on this side. I went on to do 6, and I'm going to go on to do 6 on this side as well. Oh, another long week. It was only Thursday, week's not over, but I was actually contemplating on not doing a video for this racket. I thought it's a cheaper racket, what's the point? Who's gonna look for this racket out there? Well, if you stumble across this video and think, well, I'm glad you did that video, give me a thumbs up or let me know. Just say, you don't even have to thank me, just say, video was useful. That'll do. No probs, no probs. Feeling tired today. That was my last main string. I did up the tension to 15-20%. Sorry for being in automatic mode, automatic pilot mode. I'm just cracking on with it. So always before finishing, doing a finishing knot, up your tension 15-20%, which I'm about to do again as I'm coming up to another finishing knot. This racket is super easy to do, guys. The crosses will be a dream because there's less crosses, therefore it's normally easier. I've upped my tension 15-20% as always. Parallel knot, I'll try to slow it down a little bit. So I've done one single simple knot on my 7th main string, my anchor string, and then I've done another knot, come back through the first one. Yes, I will get to doing a parallel knot video very soon, now that I have a top of the line phone. Ugh. Which I resisted for a very long time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. So you may notice, if you go back a few weeks ago, the quality was probably pretty crap. And there you go. Spent a lot of money on a new phone. So hopefully it works out and it's worthwhile. So, does it matter what side we start? I don't think it really matters, no. Not at all. Sometimes you can tell the FSI system, but it's not on this racket. You can feel the slightly warmer weather. It's in a bit pretty mild winter. Anyway, guys, use that right hand in this case of the racket. The racket head is upside down. For me, it's upside down. For you guys, it's upright from that angle you're watching from. And stringing one ahead as always. Very important, guys. Move that hand down the strings to avoid additional friction, which you don't want. That's where you'll start damaging the strings. Well, 16 by 17. I think one of the Wilson Burns used to be 16 by 17, or can't remember. There was a few Wilson, maybe, was it? I've got to say, Babolat don't really mess around with 1820s. On the pure strikes, yes. Not on the pure arrow, not on the pure drive. What other Babolats can I think of? Head have always been lots of 1820s. Yonex is another one that doesn't really offer many frames with 1820. Can't even think of one right now. If you guys know an 1820 Yonex, pop it in a comment. What else is there out there? I remember the old Wilson Pro Staff, the 1618, the 6.1, 95 square inch, the red and black one, the one that Federer used at the beginning of his career-ish, not beginning, but towards the beginning when he was in his mid-20s perhaps. I used to use that racket. I loved it. So hard to change afterwards. I have to admit, I broke so many of those. If I wouldn't have broken so many, I'd have a good collection even now, 20 years later. Silly. When I got my brother was sponsored by Wilson, so I benefited massively. Breaking, it was awful. Bad. But I used to get them on tap, so spoiled in that regard, I guess you could say. Guys, push that string upwards. I like to push up my first cross there, and then again, stringing one ahead makes the weave much easier. How much does this racket weigh? It felt really light. I mean, really light. Wow, 255 grams. Whew. Not surprised. I'm not surprised. I think I should probably have it really light tonight. But as always, that never happens, of course. True warrior at heart. If I don't string until 11 p.m. every night, I haven't succeeded. True story, I do string every night till 11 p.m. So tonight's still early. Clear that. It's 8:40 exactly p.m. London, UK time. For you guys out there that might want me to count the mains and then how many we're skipping: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip 1, 7, skip 1, 8, obviously the same on the other side, and the bottom is the same: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, skip 1, 7, skip 1, 8. Sometimes that's useful, especially when you're starting out. It should be quite clear, guys. It should be quite clear. What I mean by quite clear is that, imagine, for example, okay, you've got the 6th main. What you don't want is the string right next to it, and then another one here. That wouldn't make any sense. But then again, if you put it there, you might skip another one and then somehow make it look a bit better. I don't know. But yeah, just think about it logically. Look for pictures online. Sometimes you can count the strings online on your phone or your computer. You can just count them easily enough. Count them over, and so on and so on. And then as always as well, when you pull the string, when you're tensing the string, hold it in place. I can see my left hand here, just hold it. Support the string so it doesn't go down like that, and then you end up with all kinds of wavy strings when you finish your job, your stringing job. Today wasn't a super heavy day stringing. I mean, I still have plenty of rackets still waiting, but we're on track. We're definitely on track. We're not behind. Our normal non-express service is 3 to 4 working days. I've probably got 2, 7 outside here. I've got 4, 5, 6 there. That's 13 and 2 on this side. 16, 17 rackets probably. And we up our attention on the last cross. Yep, we're on the last cross already. just like that. Boom. I wonder what's going on in Miami today. Let's have a quick browse. Merida, we've got a challenger in Merida. Wow. Where's that actually? It's not Spain. I think it's a different Merida. Daniel Evans lost the first set 6-1 through love 3. Kovacevic against Maratsan, down break. Tabilo, Savari against Huffman, Muller won. Completed. Tabilo beat Nakashima, but that was, oh, that is today. Altamaya, Felix Auger-Aliassime, Desiree, and then some doubles matches. Sorry, guys. See if I can find some good matches to watch a bit later. I feel like lots of names, lots of new names in the tennis world. Lots of the old names seem to be less and less. Just finding the name of Nadal and Djokovic in draws. Oh dear. Oh. Knot's a bit sideways. I like my knot to be straight up. No sideways, no crooked business. That's just me. There you have it, guys. There you have it. Strings are pretty straight, I've got to say. Hopefully it's the same for you. If you're having to move your strings around too much, then you may find yourself with losing a lot of tension. Babolat Evo Drive Lite. I'm not entirely sure why this guy's using such a light racket. I'll let him know that we have a demo program. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully there was some valuable stuff there, especially if you were looking for this racket specifically. That's why I've done it, not that there's anything special to it, but it does have a slightly different stringing pattern with 16 by 17. Guys, thank you as always. Much appreciated. Take care. Happy stringing. Bye-bye.